Well, firstly, let's drag and drop BreakOut Expert Advisor on chart. And the open it window, you see the name of your expert and the link that directly hits you up to the product page. And an email if there is an issue to get supported by. On the comment tab, just make sure that the part Allow Live Trading is already ticked on. On the final tab, the input, where you can set up the parameters. On the lot and trailing setting, either you can set an initial value for the lot volume, or if the value is set to be 0, the lot volume is being calculated automatically based on the risk value you will set on the next input part. The risk value determines the percentage of your capital you're going to risk. Here I will set 1%, meaning that I will lose only 1% of my capital. Here's the trailing stop, and if 0, the function will not operate. On the trend, sell and TP part, you can set a color for trend line and price tag indicator, as well as the width for any of those objects. In the following part, uniqueness, where you can set a common and magic number in order to distinguish trades opened by this EA from the other trades. Next is slippage, followed by the allowance to show the lot calculation, which here is set to be shown. Then here we have alarm setting. You can receive an alarm on your MetaTrader platform, and your phone, or an email in your inbox. And finally, button setting, where you can set up the visualization of the buttons. The best setting is already implemented, so we recommend not changing them. Well, as it was mentioned previously, risk management will work only if the lot value is set to be 0. To illustrate it better, I will set the value of 1 lot, and you can see how the lot is adjustable and no risk management is involved. However, when the lot value is 0, risk management is functional. Here are 2 boxes for long and short setup, both are individually functional. In other words, you can set different execution mode, confirmation mode, and take profit setup for each. One of the most important features of this Expert Advisor is the expiration line. In fact, this line determines when the EA should be disabled and stop operating. This will help traders to better and more accurately set up their trading action, and once the time hits the expiration line, the EA will be deactivated. As you can see, the absence of any of those objects will lead the EA to being reset, followed by an alert. If the both function of long and short are active simultaneously, the stop loss price tag will be removed, and instead, crossing the price or the either lines will be considered as a closing order for the contrary trade. To better demonstrate the functionality of this amazing expert, let's take a look at one example. Here's the chart of Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Price outward momentum is getting weak and divergence pattern is seen as well. Therefore, we'll be setting up the EA for a sell opportunity if the price breaks below the sell line. We'll also set a fixed stop loss and triple take profit setups. Here, two former highest candles are distanced by around 18 candles. So I will set the expiration line after 18-20 candles to deactivate the EA in any case. For the first try, I'll set a confirmation mode on touch at a risk around 1% of the balance. Now the EA is active and objects are locked. Let's follow the price behavior. As you can see, once the price touches the sell line, 3 trades are opened. On a second try, the same order setup, yet the confirmation is set to be open if the candle is closed below the sell line. As you can see, once the first candle is closed below the sell line, trades are opened. On a third try, again the same setup, yet confirmation is breaking out below the low of closed crossing candle. Now you can see that price momentum is below the line. The candle is already closed below the line, yet the price falls to drop below the candle low. The main advantage of BreakOut Expert Advisor is that you set the order configuration up and leave it with no concern. So let's wait for the breakout. As you can see, the price finally succeeded driving lower and the trades were open. Following the momentum, 3 take profits ahead. Good luck with your trades.